Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries may look small, but they represent one of the most powerful cancer-fighting strategies available in the American diet today. In the United States, nearly 1.9 million new cancer cases are diagnosed each year, and yet fewer than 1 in 10 adults meet the recommended daily fruit intake, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Even fewer consume berries consistently. That gap between what we know and what we practice is where disease takes root. Berries are loaded with anthocyanins, ellagic acid, flavonoids, vitamin C, and fiber, bioactive compounds that directly target the mechanisms that allow cancer to begin, grow, and spread. Anthocyanins, the pigments responsible for the deep blue, red, and purple colors in berries, are potent antioxidants that neutralize free radicals before they damage DNA. DNA damage is one of the earliest steps in cancer formation. In laboratory studies conducted in the United States, anthocyanins have demonstrated the ability to reduce oxidative stress markers and inhibit tumor cell proliferation in colon, breast, and esophageal cancer models. Oxidative stress is particularly high in the U.S. population due to processed food consumption, environmental toxins, and chronic inflammation. By consuming just 1 cup of mixed berries per day, individuals can significantly increase their antioxidant capacity, helping shield their cells from mutations that can trigger cancer. Ellagic acid, especially abundant in raspberries and strawberries, has been shown to slow the growth of cancer cells and even induce apoptosis, the process of programmed cell death. This is critical because cancer develops when abnormal cells avoid destruction and multiply uncontrollably. US-based research has demonstrated that ellagic acid interferes with cancer cell signaling pathways and reduces angiogenesis, the formation of new blood vessels that tumors need in order to expand. Without a blood supply, tumors struggle to grow. This anti-angiogenic property positions berries as a natural defense system that works at a molecular level. Fiber is another major advantage of berries, particularly raspberries and blackberries. Colon cancer is the third most common cancer in both men and women in the United States, and dietary fiber intake remains far below recommended levels, with only about 5% of Americans meeting daily fiber targets. Fiber supports healthy digestion, promotes regular bowel movements, and helps remove carcinogens from the colon before they can damage cells. Additionally, fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate that reduce inflammation and protect colon cells from mutation. The synergy between berry polyphenols and fiber creates a powerful environment in the gut that discourages tumor formation. Vitamin C in berries further strengthens their cancer-fighting potential. A single cup of strawberries provides nearly 100% of the daily recommended intake of vitamin C for adults. Vitamin C enhances immune function by supporting white blood cells that identify and destroy abnormal cells. It also regenerates other antioxidants in the body, amplifying overall cellular protection. Strong immune surveillance is critical because the body forms abnormal cells daily, and an efficient immune system eliminates them before they become dangerous. Chronic inflammation is another major contributor to cancer in the United States, particularly in populations affected by obesity, which impacts over 40% of adults, according to CDC data. Berry consumption has been shown in U.S. clinical studies to reduce inflammatory biomarkers such as C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. Lower inflammation means fewer signals encouraging tumor growth and less cellular damage over time. Berries also help regulate blood sugar levels, reducing insulin spikes that are associated with increased cancer risk. Despite their availability year-round in fresh and frozen forms, Americans consume less than half a cup of berries per week on average. Increasing intake to 1 cup daily aligns with quantities used in research studies demonstrating reductions in oxidative stress, improved immune markers, and decreased cancer-related inflammation. Whether added to oatmeal, blended into smoothies, or eaten on their own, berries provide a concentrated, evidence-backed strategy for reducing cancer risk at the cellular level while strengthening overall health across multiple biological systems. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and limes are more than refreshing fruits. They are biologically active tools that help the body defend itself against cancer at multiple levels. In the United States, stomach, esophageal, pancreatic, and lung cancers continue to affect hundreds of thousands of people every year, yet fruit intake remains critically low. According to CDC data, only about 12% of American adults meet the recommended daily fruit intake, and citrus fruits are often missing from the average diet. That's significant because citrus fruits are uniquely rich in vitamin C, flavonoids, carotenoids, and limonoids, compounds shown in U.S. research to reduce oxidative stress, suppress inflammation, and interfere with tumor growth pathways. Vitamin C is one of the most powerful water-soluble antioxidants in the human body. A single medium orange provides more than 70 milligrams of vitamin C, covering most of the daily recommended intake for adults. Oxidative stress damages DNA and accelerates mutation, which is the first step toward cancer development. In laboratory and population studies conducted in the United States, higher vitamin C intake has been associated with lower rates of stomach and esophageal cancers. Vitamin C not only neutralizes free radicals but also supports collagen production, strengthening connective tissue and helping maintain structural barriers that make it harder for cancer cells to invade surrounding tissues. Citrus fruits are also rich in flavonoids such as hesperidin, naringenin, and quercetin. These compounds influence cell signaling pathways that regulate inflammation and cell division. Chronic inflammation is recognized as a key driver of cancer in the United States, especially in populations with obesity and metabolic syndrome, conditions that affect over 40% of American adults. Flavonoids in citrus have been shown in US-based studies to suppress inflammatory cytokines and reduce the activation of pathways like NF-κB, which are involved in tumor growth. By lowering inflammation, citrus fruits help create an internal environment that is less favorable to cancer development. Limonoids are another powerful group of compounds unique to citrus fruits. Research from American universities has demonstrated that limonoids can enhance detoxification enzymes in the liver, helping the body eliminate carcinogens before they damage cells. These compounds have shown inhibitory effects in colon, breast, lung, and skin cancer models. In experimental settings, limonoids slowed cancer cell replication and promoted apoptosis, ensuring abnormal cells are destroyed before forming tumors. This ability to enhance natural detox pathways is particularly important in a country where exposure to environmental pollutants and processed food additives is common. Carotenoids, such as beta-cryptoxanthin, found in oranges and grapefruits, provide additional cancer protective benefits. Lung cancer remains the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States, accounting for nearly 1/4 of all cancer fatalities. Studies suggest that higher carotenoid intake is associated with reduced lung cancer risk, particularly among individuals exposed to high oxidative stress. Carotenoids function as antioxidants and immune modulators, protecting lung tissue and supporting cellular repair mechanisms. Citrus fruits also strengthen immune surveillance. The immune system constantly scans the body for abnormal cells, eliminating many potential cancer cells before they multiply. Vitamin C enhances the function of lymphocytes and natural killer cells, which play critical roles in destroying mutated cells. U.S. clinical research has shown that individuals with higher fruit and vitamin C intake demonstrate improved immune response markers compared to those with lower intake. Strong immune function reduces the likelihood that early-stage abnormal cells escape detection. Despite being widely available and affordable in the United States, citrus fruit consumption remains inconsistent. Incorporating 1 to 2 servings daily, such as an orange at breakfast or fresh lemon in water, can significantly increase antioxidant intake and activate protective pathways. The combined effects of vitamin C, flavonoids, carotenoids, and limonoids provide a layered defense against DNA damage, inflammation, toxin exposure, and tumor growth, making citrus fruits one of the most accessible and scientifically supported additions to a cancer-preventive diet. Apples and pomegranates may seem ordinary in the American grocery aisle, but scientifically they are extraordinary when it comes to cancer prevention. In the United States, colorectal cancer is the third most common cancer for both men and women, and prostate and breast cancers continue to affect millions of families each year. Yet USDA dietary data shows that while apples are commonly available, consistent daily consumption is still below optimal levels, and fewer than 10% of adults regularly consume pomegranates. These two fruits deliver a concentrated combination of fiber, polyphenols, flavonoids, and antioxidants that directly influence inflammation, hormone regulation, cellular repair, and tumor suppression pathways. Apples are rich in quercetin, a flavonoid that has demonstrated anti-cancer properties in multiple US-based laboratory studies. Quercetin works by inhibiting oxidative stress and blocking pathways that allow abnormal cells to proliferate. It influences signaling systems such as PI3K, ACT, and MAPK, which are often overactive in cancer cells. By calming these pathways, quercetin helps slow tumor growth and encourages apoptosis, the natural process that eliminates damaged or mutated cells. Apples also contain chlorogenic acid and catechins, which contribute additional antioxidant power and reduce DNA damage caused by free radicals. In a population where processed food intake and environmental exposure increase oxidative stress, this protective shield becomes especially important. Fiber is one of the most powerful cancer preventive components in apples. Only about 5% of Americans meet the recommended daily fiber intake, yet fiber plays a critical role in reducing colorectal cancer risk. A medium apple contains about 4 grams of fiber, including soluble fiber known as pectin. Pectin supports beneficial gut bacteria and promotes the production of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which nourish colon cells and reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation in the colon increases mutation risk, and fiber helps sweep carcinogens out of the digestive tract before they can damage tissue. Studies conducted in the United States consistently show that higher fiber intake is associated with lower rates of colon cancer and improved digestive health markers. Pomegranates add another powerful dimension to cancer defense. They are rich in punicalagins and elagitannins, polyphenols that have demonstrated the ability to inhibit prostate and breast cancer cell growth in laboratory settings. Prostate cancer affects approximately 1 in 8 men in the United States during their lifetime, and research has shown that men who consumed pomegranate juice daily experienced slower increases in prostate-specific antigen levels compared to those who did not. These compounds interfere with cancer cell signaling, reduce angiogenesis, and modulate hormone activity that fuels tumor growth. The antioxidant capacity of pomegranates is exceptionally high. Their polyphenols reduce oxidative stress, protect DNA integrity, and decrease inflammatory cytokines that encourage tumor progression. In U.S. clinical trials, participants consuming pomegranate extracts showed reductions in inflammatory markers and improvements in vascular health. Reduced inflammation creates an internal environment less supportive of cancer development, particularly in individuals affected by obesity or metabolic dysfunction, which impact more than 40% of American adults according to CDC statistics. Apples and pomegranates also support cardiovascular and metabolic health, both of which are closely linked to cancer risk. High blood sugar, insulin resistance, and excess body fat contribute to tumor growth signals. Apples help regulate blood sugar due to their low glycemic load and fiber content, while pomegranates improve lipid profiles and reduce oxidative damage in blood vessels. By addressing these underlying metabolic risk factors, these fruits provide a comprehensive approach to cancer prevention. Incorporating 1 apple daily, along with a serving of fresh pomegranate seeds or juice supplies, a broad spectrum of protective compounds that target inflammation, DNA damage, abnormal cell growth, and hormonal imbalance. Together, they form a synergistic combination that aligns with dietary patterns shown in U.S. research to reduce cancer incidence and support long-term cellular resilience. Red and purple grapes and cherries are powerful allies in the fight against cancer, yet they remain underutilized in the typical American diet. In the United States, nearly 1.9 million new cancer cases are diagnosed each year, and lifestyle factors, including diet, play a major role in determining risk. According to USDA intake surveys, fewer than 20% of adults consume grapes regularly, and cherry consumption is largely seasonal. These fruits are rich in polyphenols such as resveratrol, anthocyanins, catechins, and proanthocyanidins, bioactive compounds shown in U.S. laboratory and clinical studies to reduce inflammation, suppress tumor growth, and protect DNA from damage. Resveratrol, concentrated in the skin of red and purple grapes, has been widely studied for its anti-cancer effects. Research conducted at major American universities demonstrates that resveratrol can slow the proliferation of breast, colon, prostate, and liver cancer cells. It works by influencing signaling pathways like NF-κB and STAT3, which regulate inflammation and tumor survival. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to cancer development, especially in the United States, where more than 40% of adults are classified as obese, according to the CDC. Excess body fat produces inflammatory cytokines that promote cellular mutation and tumor progression. Resveratrol helps counteract this by suppressing inflammatory gene expression and activating tumor suppressor pathways that encourage damaged cells to self-destruct. Cherries, particularly tart cherries, are rich in anthocyanins that provide strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Oxidative stress damages DNA and accelerates mutations that initiate cancer. Anthocyanins neutralize free radicals before they can harm cellular structures. US-based dietary intervention studies have shown that individuals consuming cherries regularly experience reductions in C-reactive protein and other inflammatory markers. Lower systemic inflammation decreases the signals that allow tumors to grow and spread. Anthocyanins have also been shown in laboratory settings to inhibit angiogenesis, the formation of new blood vessels that feed tumors, limiting their ability to expand beyond an early stage. Colon cancer is the third most common cancer in the United States, and grape polyphenols have demonstrated protective effects within the digestive tract. Studies involving grape powder supplementation revealed reduced colon tumor formation and lower oxidative stress markers in colon tissue. Grapes also contain fiber that supports a healthy gut microbiome. Beneficial gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids that protect colon cells from inflammation and mutation. Cherries similarly influence gut health by promoting anti-inflammatory microbial activity, creating a digestive environment less favorable to cancer development. Hormone-related cancers also show responsiveness to compounds found in grapes and cherries. Breast cancer affects 1 in 8 women in the United States, and prostate cancer affects 1 in 8 men. Resveratrol has been shown to modulate estrogen receptor signaling, potentially slowing hormone-driven cancer cell growth. Pterostilbene, another grape compound, has demonstrated inhibitory effects on prostate cancer cell proliferation in U.S. laboratory studies. Cherries provide additional support through melatonin, which not only regulates sleep cycles, but also acts as an antioxidant and immune modulator, with emerging evidence suggesting anti-cancer benefits. Metabolic dysfunction is another cancer risk factor prevalent in the United States. Insulin resistance and high blood sugar levels promote tumor growth signals. Grapes and cherries have been associated with improved insulin sensitivity and reduced oxidative stress in metabolic tissues. Clinical research indicates that regular grape consumption lowers LDL cholesterol and improves vascular function, reducing inflammation that can accelerate tumor progression. Incorporating a daily serving of red grapes or cherries, whether fresh, frozen, or in 100% pure juice form, provides concentrated phytonutrients that target multiple stages of cancer development. These fruits work at the molecular level to suppress inflammation, inhibit angiogenesis, protect DNA, and regulate gene expression, aligning with dietary patterns shown in U.S. research to lower cancer incidence and strengthen long-term cellular defense mechanisms.